Ever feel like airports are built to control you, making you spend more, wait longer, and follow an invisible path? That's not by accident. Every step, every glance, even how you pull your suitcase, someone is watching. Even the stores you pass aren't placed randomly. Everything is designed to guide your choices without you ever noticing. There's a whole hidden world behind the scenes, secrets they don't want you to know. Let's crack it open. Ever notice someone watching passengers a little too closely? They're not just people watching, they're profiling. They might seem like any other passenger, blending in with the crowd. But behind those ordinary faces lies an extraordinary ability to detect deception. Some airports train experts to spot suspicious behavior in seconds just by analyzing tiny details. A traveler shifting like a caged animal, their eyes darting nervously, a bead of sweat trickling down their forehead. To most, it looks like nothing. To a trained profiler, it's a red flag. Situations like this have led to two real arrests. They recently apprehended a man with a fake passport and a stolen identity, all thanks to a profiler who noticed his unusually stiff posture and evasive gaze. These experts don't rely on random checks. They see what most people miss. In a matter of seconds, every tick of the clock counts, and a single missed detail could have serious consequences. So the next time you're at the airport, remember, someone might be watching you a little too closely. Could you pass the test? The moment you step into the airport, you're being watched. Not just by cameras, by artificial intelligence tracking your every move. You don't need to show your ID for them to know who you are. Facial recognition scans your face in real time, matching it to your documents before you even reach security. No ticket check, no boarding pass scan. They already know. Think you can blend into the crowd? The system sees you. The system remembers you. Welcome to the future of travel. Or is it surveillance? Think you're just walking to your gate? That's exactly what they want you to believe. Airports don't just let you pass through. They herd you straight into a shopping maze, strategically designed to make you spend. The duty-free stores, the luxury boutiques, the last-minute souvenirs, they're not just there for convenience, they're traps. And here's the sneaky part. Those winding walkways, they curve left on purpose. Since most people pull their luggage with their right hand, their eyes naturally drift right where the most tempting products are waiting. You think you're just killing time, but before you know it, you're at the register, swiping your card. Coincidence? Not a chance. You've probably heard it 1,000 times. Arrive at the airport at least 2 hours before your flight. Sounds like solid advice, right? Well, not always. Sure, if you're flying out of a massive, chaotic airport where security lines stretch for miles, those 2 hours might barely be enough. But in most cases, this rule isn't as ironclad as you think. In fact, it might just be a clever way for airports to get you to spend more money. Think about it. What do most travelers do once they're past security? They browse duty-free shops, grab overpriced coffee, maybe even buy that perfume they suddenly need. Airports are designed to keep you entertained and spending while you wait. Now, I'm not saying you should show up at the last minute, dramatically sprinting to your gate like an action movie hero. But if you're at a smaller airport, flying domestically, and already checked in online, you probably don't need to waste extra time hanging around. Instead of aimlessly wandering through overpriced shops, plan ahead. Check real-time security wait times, know your airport layout, and arrive with just the right amount of time to get through smoothly. No stress, no unnecessary waiting. Of course, if you're traveling internationally, flying during peak seasons, or dealing with unpredictable airport chaos, stick to the 2-hour rule. But next time, ask yourself, are you arriving early because you need to? Or because the airport wants you to? You step into the security line, but did you pick the slowest one? Most travelers head straight for the nearest checkpoint, creating long, sluggish lines. But here's a trick. The shortest wait times are often at the far ends of the terminal, where fewer people think to look. Instead of following the crowd, scan for alternate lanes. You might breeze through security while others are still fumbling with their shoes. A smarter route could save you precious time, and maybe even a last-minute sprint to your gate. For those traveling within the United States, if you hate waiting in long security lines, there's a way around them. With TSA PreCheck, you get to skip the slow lane and breeze through security. No need to take off your shoes, belt, or light jacket. No pulling out your laptop or liquids. And best of all, you get a separate lane that moves way faster. Less hassle, less stress, and more time to grab coffee before your flight. Fly often? It's a no-brainer. Imagine this. You're at security, you open your bag, and an officer pulls out your laptop. Turn it on, they say. You press the power button. Nothing. Now it's no longer yours. They take it. No debate, no second chances. Sounds extreme? It's a real rule. If your device won't power up, security won't just assume it's broken. They'll consider the possibility that it's no longer just a laptop. It could have been modified into something dangerous, a hidden threat to the flight. So before you head to the airport, make sure it's charged, or you might not get it back. Even if your laptop is fully charged, that doesn't mean you're in the clear. Before it even reaches the X-ray machine, you'll be asked to take it out of your bag. Why? Because security needs a full, unobstructed view. Laptops are packed with dense batteries, circuit boards, and hard drives, materials that can block scanners and hide potential threats. Placing your laptop in a separate bin removes blind spots, speeds up inspections, and prevents unnecessary delays. Some airports are introducing advanced CT scanners that provide detailed 3D imaging, meaning one day you might not need to remove anything. But until that happens, pull it out, place it in a bin, and get through security faster, without any extra hassle. You toss your electric toothbrush into your suitcase without a second thought. Big mistake. If it runs on lithium batteries, do not pack it in your checked luggage. These batteries have been known to overheat and even catch fire mid-flight. And if that happens in the cargo hold, no one is there to put it out. That's a disaster waiting to happen. Here's the rule. If your toothbrush uses a built-in rechargeable lithium battery, keep it in your carry-on. If it runs on AA or a AAA batteries, you can safely pack it in your checked luggage. Think the no liquids rule is just about drinks? Think again. Security doesn't just care about your water bottle. Toothpaste? Banned. Peanut butter? Too risky. That fancy snow globe from your trip? Confiscated. Even gel shoe inserts can get you stopped at security. Why? Because if it can be squeezed, spread, smeared, or poured, it counts as a liquid under airport rules. Sounds ridiculous? Try arguing with an officer when they pull your bag aside. So how do you bring them on board? Follow the 3-1-1 rule. Each liquid or gel must be in a container of 3.4 ounces or 100 milliliters or less, and all items must fit into one quart-sized bag, which holds up to 1 liter in total. Each passenger gets only one bag, so choose wisely. Anything bigger, it stays behind. Ever wondered why airfare keeps getting more expensive? You're not just paying for the seat, you're paying for the landing. Airlines don't just show up and park at the gate. They bid, sometimes tens of millions of dollars, for prime landing slots. These are high-demand time slots at major airports, usually during peak hours when passenger traffic is at its highest. Landing at the right time means more connections, more passengers, and ultimately, more profit. In 2016, Oman Air shelled out $75 million to Air France just to land at Heathrow in the early morning rush, one of the most valuable time slots in aviation. Every second on that runway comes at a price. And guess who's covering the bill? You. You unwrap your in-flight meal, take a bite, and barely think about where it came from. But that meal has been on a journey long before it reached your tray. Airport kitchens operate 24/7, preparing thousands of meals for multiple airlines. Most dishes are cooked 6 to 10 hours before takeoff, refrigerated and reheated at 35,000 feet. And the planning? Menus are locked in up to a year in advance to control costs and supply chains. Airlines even cut tiny details to save money. In 1987, American Airlines famously saved $40,000 a year just by removing a single olive from each first-class salad. So next time you're served a meal in the sky, know that every bite has been carefully calculated, down to the last ingredient. You're sitting comfortably on your flight, waiting for takeoff. But above you, below you, and miles away, someone is making split-second decisions that could mean life or death. Air traffic controllers don't just guide planes in the sky. They control everything. Every takeoff, every landing, every movement on the ground. In their hands are the lives of thousands of passengers every single day. A single wrong command, a slight delay in response, and two aircraft could be on a collision course. There is no room for error. There are three types. En route controllers manage aircraft flying at cruising altitude. Terminal controllers direct planes in and out of busy airports. And tower controllers oversee takeoffs, landings, and ground traffic. A single dispatcher might be monitoring dozens of flights at once, juggling weather changes, unexpected delays, and crowded runways, all while working under extreme pressure. They are the invisible force that keeps the skies from turning into chaos. You're at security, your bag goes through the scanner, and then pulled aside. The officer reaches in, pulls out an item, and shakes their head. This can't go through. Now what? Say goodbye to it forever? Not necessarily. Some airports offer on-site mailing services, letting you ship restricted items home instead of surrendering them. Sounds like a lifesaver until you see the price. Shipping fees can be steep, and not everything is eligible to be mailed. But what if there's no mailing option? In the US, the TSA typically holds surrendered items for up to 3 months before transferring them to state surplus agencies for auction. So that fancy pocket knife or expensive perfume you forgot to remove, it might end up in a public sale. However, truly restricted or hazardous items, like weapons, explosives, or certain chemicals, are handled differently. These aren't stored or auctioned off. They're either destroyed or turned over to law enforcement. You drop off your suitcase at check-in, watch it disappear down the conveyor belt, and then what? Your bag is now on an unpredictable journey through a maze of conveyor belts, scanners, and sorting systems. If all goes well, it follows the right path. But one delay, one wrong scan, and your suitcase could end up in the wrong city, or even arrive before you do. Baggage handlers do their part, moving bags from check-in to the departure gate, transferring them between flights, and getting them to baggage claim. But once your suitcase leaves their hands, it's up to the automated systems. Want to avoid travel nightmares? Always remove old baggage tags. One leftover sticker can confuse scanners and send your bag on an unplanned detour. Because when it comes to airport luggage handling, your suitcase isn't just traveling with you, it's taking its own adventure. Your flight lands, you wait at the carousel, but your bag never shows up. Most lost luggage finds its way back, but some bags never make it home. And when that happens, they don't just disappear, they get sold. Airports and airlines auction off unclaimed bags with everything inside: electronics, designer clothes, even expensive jewelry, up for grabs. One of the biggest buyers? The unclaimed baggage store in Alabama, where lost bags get a second life on the shelves. So the next time your luggage goes missing, someone else might be walking around in your favorite jacket. Unless you're already one step ahead. Drop an AirTag into your bag, and you'll always know where it is through Apple's Find My network. Some airlines, like United and Lufthansa, even let you share your tracking data to speed up recovery. Instead of waiting for the airline to find your suitcase, you can tell them exactly where to look. You're stuck in a long security line, shuffling forward, shoes off, bags open. Meanwhile, a celebrity just arrived at the airport, and they're already on their way to the plane. No crowded terminals, no waiting at the gate. VIPs have their own private check-ins, their own security lanes, even hidden entrances leading straight to the jet bridge. Some airlines take it even further, chauffeuring A-listers directly to the aircraft in luxury cars. By the time you reach your seat, they're already sipping champagne at 35,000 feet. Walk through an airport and it feels bigger than it really is. That's not by accident. Those mirrors you see everywhere? They're not just for checking your reflection. Airports use them to create the illusion of space, making tight, crowded areas feel open and less overwhelming. It's a psychological trick to reduce stress and keep passengers calm. Think airport currency exchange kiosks are convenient? They are. For them, not for you. Those bright booths offering best rates? In reality, you're getting some of the worst deals possible. Exchange rates at airports are notoriously high, and the fees can eat into your travel budget before your trip even begins. Want to keep more of your money? Plan ahead. Order foreign currency from your bank before you fly, or better yet, use an ATM at your destination. ATMs linked to major banks often offer much better rates with fewer hidden fees. Didn't plan ahead? Skip the airport counter and withdraw only what you need until you find a better exchange option. Ever looked at your boarding pass and thought, why is my airport code so weird? Some make sense, JFK for New York's John F. Kennedy Airport. But then you get LAX, ORDI, or YYZ, and suddenly nothing adds up. Turns out, these codes go way back. In the 1930s, airports used two-letter codes, but as aviation expanded, they ran out of combinations. The solution? Adding a third letter. That's how Los Angeles went from LA to LAX, and why some codes seem completely random. Today, every airport has a unique three-letter identifier, but mistakes still happen. Book a flight to ORD thinking it's Orlando? You're actually headed to Chicago. Such similarities can lead to confusion, so it's always a good idea to double-check your destination code when booking flights. Look down next time you're at the airport. Notice the carpets? That soft, cozy flooring isn't there to make your walk to the gate more comfortable. It's a psychological trap. Studies show that passengers who feel relaxed are more likely to spend money. So airports use carpets, warm lighting, and comfy seating to create a sense of calm. And a calm traveler? That's a traveler who shops. Research even shows that relaxed passengers spend 7% more in retail areas and 10% more in duty-free. The carpets aren't just cushioning your feet, they're helping airports cushion their profits. So next time you sink into a plush airport chair, ask yourself, are you really unwinding or are you being primed to spend? You're walking through airport security when suddenly an officer pulls you aside. No alarms went off, no metal detectors beeped. So why are they swabbing your hands? That tiny cloth they wipe across your palms? It's testing for microscopic traces of explosives. The sample goes straight into an explosives trace detection (ETD) machine, which scans for even the faintest residue of banned substances. If the machine picks up a match, security won't just wave you through. You're in for more questioning, extra screening, maybe even a full luggage inspection. It might feel random, but it's not. This quick test can catch threats that X-ray scanners and metal detectors miss. Stuck at the airport for hours? You don't have to suffer through crowded waiting areas and overpriced food. Instead of aimlessly wandering the terminal, find an airport lounge. Many lounges offer 24-hour access, plush seating, complimentary snacks and drinks, high-speed Wi-Fi, and even shower facilities, all at a price that might be lower than you think. Some lounges allow one-time entry for a fee, while certain credit cards and airline memberships unlock access for free. So before you resign yourself to an uncomfortable layover, check your options. Because a few extra dollars could turn hours of waiting into a first-class experience without ever leaving the terminal. Many major airports have underground tunnels connecting terminals, but most passengers have no idea they exist. At Los Angeles International Airport, LAX, discrete passageways link terminals 4, 5, and 6, allowing travelers to move between them without exiting security. At Washington Dulles International Airport, an entire underground network keeps passengers flowing smoothly, using automated people movers to connect terminals without the chaos of crowded main areas. Why fight through busy walkways and long security lines when there's a faster way hidden in plain sight? Next time you're at a major airport, look beyond the signs. You might just find a tunnel that saves you time and stress. You arrive at the gate, ticket in hand, only to hear the dreaded announcement. Your flight is overbooked. Airlines sell more tickets than seats, gambling that some passengers won't show up. But when everyone does, someone has to give up their seat. Here's the secret: don't take the first offer. Airlines start low, but if they don't get enough volunteers, they'll keep increasing the compensation. Hold out, and you could walk away with cash, free flights, or even a luxury hotel stay. If no one volunteers and you're involuntarily bumped, you're entitled to compensation. The amount depends on how long you're delayed, so know your rights before you settle for less. Next time your flight is overbooked, don't panic, negotiate. because giving up your seat could turn into an upgrade you weren't expecting. Flying economy, but secretly dreaming of business class? You're not alone. Here's a tip. Start checking in online and reviewing seat options about 4 days before your flight. That's when airlines often begin offering upgrade opportunities. You might even snag a business class seat for a small fee, or sometimes even for free. Once you get to the airport, don't be shy. Ask if there are any available upgrades. Many travelers overlook this chance, but with a bit of luck and a little persistence, you could be sitting back and enjoying a much more luxurious flight experience. It's all about being proactive. Your comfort might be just one upgrade away. Now that you've peeked behind the scenes, from clever design tricks to high-stakes security protocols, you're no longer just another traveler. With these insights in your back pocket, you can navigate terminals like a pro, turning every inconvenience into an opportunity. Next time you step into an airport, remember, knowledge is power. Use these secrets to outsmart the system and make every journey smoother and more enjoyable. Safe travels, and may your flights always be a step ahead.